What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, back for more Ark Survival Ascended. Alright, so I wanted to showcase this for you guys real quick, because just in case anybody's ever wondering, this is what my Oasis generally produces. I think it's about every 12 to 24 hours. This is about what I get from it. So this is a pretty good amount of resources. We have, I want to say damn near 100 of everything about there. We have a good amount of flint, good amount of sand, oil, salt. I probably won't use stone, and sulfur I will use. Sulfur I'll probably use more or less for like flamethrower ammo and things like that. But this Oasis actually produces quite a bit of stuff. So it's kind of really nice that we actually have this. And let me just do something really quickly. Okay, oh, I can't because it's being smelted. Okay. No, we have a bunch of metal ingots being smelted as well over inside the smithies over here, by the way. So, why am I saying by the way? Like, I don't know. But yeah, that's what we got going on there. I did not mean to do that. I meant to check the Oasisaur's inventory. It's got 3 potted plants. I don't know why its health is dropping. I'm assuming it's due to its weight being way high. But there's not much I could do about that because of the base we're on. Like, we're trying to do this series on the back of an Oasisaur. I don't know if there's any way I could turn that off or maybe, like, drastically increase the level to, like, give the weight. And I don't want to do, like, the cheat give experience thing, because that would make that kind of unfair. But what happens is I'll de-render him and I'll come back and he's at full health. So it's not a huge issue, but I don't truthfully know why it's doing that. Also, how do I do his pond thing? Can I do the thing to revive the creature? There should be an option to revive a creature on him somewhere. I do believe maybe I have to have one on me? I don't know, it's not giving me the option to revive a creature. It usually would show me the revive the creature option, but it's not. So I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, it's not like we have anything to revive anyway, but what we're doing today is we're going to go scrounge for some Rexes and see if we could find some, as well as maybe do a metal run or two. We do have some mutton here, so we're going to take that with us. We're going to take this iced canteen as well. I want to say that's probably all we'll need. We will take a cactus broth or two, because cactus broths are going to be your best friend on this map, because it'll decrease your water consumption and make you less noticeable by wildlife. So that'll help you out a lot as well. And it lasts for almost 10 minutes. It's like 599 seconds. It says 600, but it lasts more for like 599. But still, I can't see a damn thing, so we're going to try to go lower to the ground so we can actually see. Wow, okay, that storm kind of legitimately just passed over us as we were flying through, but that's the only issue about being up there, is the storms are on the top of us, but there is a good amount of metal up there. That's where we got all that floating Titanosaur? That's where we got all that metal we have now from, is right up there. But we are looking for Rexes, so we can start building our Rex army, or another Thyla. If we could find a pretty nice Thyla, we'll definitely try to tame one of those. What do I have? Do I have nets on me? I have 5. Okay, so I got 5 shots at taming something. I mean, other than a Rex, clearly, but I got 5 shots. That is a Danatherium 140. We may end up trying to tame that as well, because that would be fantastic to have. That actually might be a change of plans. We might end up going to get that really quick, because that's right there. That's a 140 male. Yeah, let's actually try to do that. I hate taming these things, but yeah, we'll do it. I have cactus broth active, so I'm hoping that he could still sniff through it. And maybe he just won't be aggressive towards me. Maybe that's a cheat code kind of thing. But yeah, see, the Oasisaur just respawned. Looking back at it, it's okay, so it's not at full health again. Yeah, it's weird for, like, last night I was playing and it just kept randomly going back to full health. Is that a red drop? That is a red drop. We're going to check that first, I believe. Let me see, is it down yet? I don't know if that's down yet, but let's grab our beer jars and we're going to go check that red drop. Do I have my beer jars? I have 8 in here. Is that all my beer jars I have? No, I have 12 total. Wow, that's a lot of beer. Okay, split one. Store it there. I'm going to split all these down into a bunch of different ones because we're going to definitely need them. But let's go see what that red drop has to offer. If that gives us... Okay, it's not down yet, so we got to keep an eye on that. It's partially... Okay, it's still way up. Okay, we got time. If we can get a Desolatitan saddle, like a high-level Desolatitan, we'll attempt to go tame a Desolatitan, like right off the rip. I'm not talking blueprint. I'm talking like an actual Desolatitan saddle because I don't want a blueprint. We've gotten enough blueprints. I have a bunch back at base. I don't want a blueprint anymore. Where did he go? Where did that Danatherium go? Of course, I grabbed the beer and it's gone. How does a giant elephant disappear? Over here? It's all the way down here? I thought it was farther the other way. Apparently not, but there are terror birds here, so let's try to fight these really quick. Alright, yeah, it can definitely smell us. That's a good sign. We're gonna let the Tape do some damage. The Tapehar's got a pretty decent melee. And honestly, I'm not worried about him taking damage because of the fact that it's got a 150 armor saddle. Almost at 140. It's 148.9, so it's about 150 armor saddle. So he's like great. He's taking, as you can see, almost no damage. Normal, these guys would be hitting hard because they're mate boosted, but he's taking almost no damage. He just doesn't do a whole lot of damage himself, which is kind of sucks, but it is what it is. He's doing he's doing 60 damage. Truthfully, it's not terrible, but it's not great. Let's grab you really quickly. All right, let's try to do this feed real fast. Let's see. Okay, so it can still see me with the cactus broth on, but that'll keep everything else distracted away from me, which is actually really kind of nice. That's a huge benefit. I didn't think of doing it that way, but that could be the way to do this strategy. Keep everything unfocused on me, but we just got to get him to notice me. Hopefully he still can notice me. I mean, we'll find out in a second here. Let's try to get directly in front of it. Did it notice? Did it notice me? No, it can't notice. Is it not able to notice me? I don't think it can notice me with the cactus broth active. Can you not see me? Let's see. Okay. So it can get aggressive on me? Yep, okay. So it can get aggressive on me, but it can't notice me. That's weird. That is kind of a weird flex. Oh, that's a Rex. Hold on. That's a 95. Okay, that's terrible. We may have to wait till the cactus broth is done to try to get that, which that's about another 5 minutes. So we'll leave that be for now. It's going to keep chasing us, but that it is what it is. We'll try to lead it away from everything. Another Rex right here. What do we got? What level? Can't find any good Rexes. We're finding ridiculously low level Rexes is all we've seen. Jace found, I think, 140. That's about it. Everything else has been 95, 100, 25, 55, like absolutely terrible. I'm eventually going to tame that Danatherium. I have the beer on me for that reason. And we also have the RG on us as well. So, I mean, that's an option to use the RG if we have to for weight, because we are going to be kind of heavy carrying all this extra beer. But it is what it is. Oh, red drop. That's what we were looking for. I completely forgot about that because I got distracted by getting attacked. Let's go back and look at that red drop. It should still be down. We haven't been doing that much. It should be right over here. Unless if Jace is on and he grabbed it, which is quite possible. I don't know if he is on or not. I haven't checked with him today. But let's just keep floating on this way. I mean, yeah, like, we're looking... This shouldn't take us much longer. All we got to do is just get some Wyvern Talons for the boss. The 3 artifact caves, which once I get another Thyla, breed one together, and have a Thyla with imprinted on it with a good saddle I have, we'll be ready to go caving. And I mean, I feel like that's not too far off at this point. And then we're just gonna go straight and probably try to take on the boss once we get the artifact, once we get all the artifacts done and the Rex is tamed up, because that's pretty much what we're waiting on. And I do have a 51 armor Rex saddle I could turn into a blueprint, so that's a huge benefit. We could turn that into a blueprint and then utilize that with crafting skills to give us stronger Rex saddles for the Manticore. So that's an option. We have a couple different things that we could do, but we just got to find the high-level Rexes first, and we just have not seen any. I could track them with the gene scanner, but I know generally where they spawn along this river and up in the higher mountains, if I remember right. Sorry, I got a quick drink of an Alani. Cherry slush, by the way. Alani is pretty good. Wife's favorite. But, yeah, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys like the channel and give us a big old subscribe, because as of right now, me recording this, we are closing in on 600 subs, which is an insane milestone, by the way. When I started this channel, I didn't ever think we'd get this high, because with my Dokkan channel, I had barely even crossed 700, and prior to me crossing the 300 threshold on that channel, I had never really even reached this high of a level in terms of subscriber count, or I don't want to word it that way because I hate saying it that way, but just I never thought the channel would grow this much, truthfully, is the best way to put it. But I appreciate it, and I thank all of you that come in and day out and watch the channel, like the content, and actually enjoy the content, so I greatly appreciate that, guys. But thank you for everything up to this point. Thank you for the great times we've had so far with the ups and downs of the Ultimate Arc series up to this point. Luckily, we're doing great, though, so let's just hop right on this. What do we get? Nothing great. I mean, the 2 turrets are good. This is good, that's good. But yeah, for the alpha, we need Talons and the 3 artifacts, which the Talons won't take long. Especially with Jason and I both doing it. It won't take us long at all. But, okay, let's go find... He's eating a lot of meat. How much of that mutton do we have? We still have 100 pieces. I would love to get... Ooh, hello. Again, see, 55. Like, that's a terrible level. That is absolutely a terrible level. Why are you even... Oh, that guy's about to get smoked by 2 Gigantoraptors. But, like, that's a terrible level to have, and that's the only one in the area. Like, there's not... We haven't gotten lucky with Rexes. And I don't... I know the Desolatitan spawn. We could go for Solasuchus, the Solasuchus route. I see Jace has worked on his greenhouse a little bit. I haven't even started that yet. That's mainly because the things we're taming on this map, I truly believe I don't need the kibble anymore. If I can just get mutton, I think we'll be fine. It's just going forward. Like, to Extinction, we're definitely going to need some really big buffs. But let's see what we got going on. We haven't done a whole lot. Again, this is about 10 minutes of me just floating around doing nothing. Nothing new on the channel, really, though. But let's see. Where did that guy go? That Danatherium. It was down this way, if I do recall. Because it tracked us. I do want to get an Edmontonia. Jace finally did buy the Edmontonia mod, so now he has one. I don't know if he's tamed one, but I know he has the mod, so I don't know if he ever decided to get one yet. I think they're one of the better creatures in the game, if not the best creature in the game with the purchase. Oh, there it is. It's fighting something. And it's bloody. It's fighting that Rex. That might not make it out of that fight, so we're not going to waste our time circling that one too much. Yeah, that thing's it'll be close. That guy's hitting pretty hard for being such a low-level Rex. Okay, there goes that change of plans. I guess let's just keep looking for Rexes and see what we can figure out. What is hissing below me? Oh, snakes. Okay. I know one cave's right there in front of me, like right at that ruins. But I don't feel like caving right yet, because we don't have what we need. That's an Alpha Theory. Yep, we are not going near you. Ooh, is that a different Rex? It's a level 100. Again, that's literally all we're seeing right now is just level 100s, level 55s, level 95s. Like, we're struggling to find what we need for the boss battles. And I have the multiplier set to what the 0.8 we ran on the previous server on the island, and we got good levels, but I don't... Maybe all the Rexes that are high levels are just getting into fights and dying constantly? I don't understand where they're at, or if they're just playing hide and seek with me. Not sure. But I guess what we're going to do then is, since I can't find a Rex, because that was part of my idea, was to get a Rex, we're going to go and do a metal run. And I'm going to show you guys a really good spot for metal. I'm going to go showcase this. It's a little cheeky spot, I'm not going to lie. It's probably pretty well known. I just think it's cheeky because it's hilarious how I found it. I was driving through a sandstorm. Flying through a sandstorm. Why did I say driving? Flying through a sandstorm, and all of a sudden I ended up on the side of a mountain, which is actually this mountain right in front of me. And there was an abundance of metal and alpha rock golems. The world boss rock golem. There was at least 2. And I found it in this series. I knew that there was a good metal mountain here, but I didn't know that it would be surrounded with alpha rock golems. Or rock elementals, technically. What level are you? 145. See, if I had a solid flamethrower, and I'm talking like 150% or higher, I would tame that. But I don't. The 100% one is not good enough, because those guys die way too fast. That, and you get attacked by everything, but I could theoretically use a cactus broth. That could be a play. Yeah, that definitely could be the strat. Cactus Broth taming one of those guys. That could be good. I may have to attempt that, actually. There's another Tapehara, level 20. That would be a really good way to tame a Tapehara or something. Just equip a Cactus Broth so it can't smell you or sense you coming up to it, and then just net gun it or knock it out or bola it or whatever you got to do to get it. There are a bunch of Explorer notes, but like I said prior, I'm not going to be grabbing a bunch of them because I'm trying to wait until we are a high enough level to come back. Because once we're a high enough level, we're going to come back to each map, grab every Explorer note to get those extra levels that way. And then we're also going to grab the Bob's Tall Tales before we leave this map. That is one thing we're going to do. I got to figure out where all 5 of them are again. I used to know. I don't remember where they are. But we're going to grab all 5 of them in one video, and then we're just going to get those additional 5 levels from that. Ooh, what is that? An aloe? That's an alpha aloe. Yeah, the metal spot is just over here, but it depends on how dangerous... There's a rock golem again. The metal spot is right up along this ravine here. This whole area is actually like goated for metal. Like there's a bunch there, a bunch here, a bunch up through here. But I found the nice metal spot right there where the fin on the top of the dude's head is. At the bottom base of it, right above my hat, is where I found a rock golem alpha, and it kind of smoked me. But yeah, right through here is a pretty decent spot to get a bunch of metal. And also, you have the silica pearl spot right down there. So you're pretty much in like the best case scenario right here. So we're actually going to land, gather a bunch of metal. I just want to showcase this to you guys so you guys know exactly where we can get our metal from. We're going to grab that mutton too before I forget, because I do not want to lose that. That's 100 mutton that we could definitely use, because I've only seen 1 sheep on the map. Seen? Saw 1 sheep on the map so far up to this point, and I do not want to lose that. We're not going to take any of the stone because we can get a bunch of stone everywhere. But as you can see, the Edmontonia is kind of beefy for getting metal. This is part of the reason, and this is the main and biggest reason why I've always said you need to get this creature. This is one of Garuga's absolutely best made creatures because of just its abilities and what it can do. Oh, and also we have a nice flamethrower saddle on its back, by the way. Let me show you what that is really quickly. Once I finish this rock off, there it is. It is a 114.2 armor flamethrower saddle, so Jace could sit on one of this saddle with me and use the flamethrowers. But we are not taking anything else other than just the metal, because we are going to be on a thick boy metal run. I'm going to keep an eye on the Oasisaur. If the Oasisaur starts to get really low health and it gets to the point where I can't live off of it anymore, like due to whatever the weight problem is or whatever is causing it to have that issue, I may have to tame a Daedon to just keep it healthy, or switch to an actual land base. Which if we do, you guys will know about that. I'd much rather live off the Oasisaur because of the fact, like I said, we're not going to be here long, so I'd rather not build a huge, massive base. But it is what it is. But I do need to get a bunch of metal and a bunch of hide made. I don't know what we're going to do to gather a bunch of hide. The only thing I could think of would be possibly taming a Desolatitan. But with me taking off the Pseudomanes, like there are no Pseudos on this map. I do not have them on this map, because they were spawning in the desert, and there was probably about 85 of them within like a 3-block radius, and that's way too many. So I'm not entirely sure what the plan is there. I do have a really good Phasalasuchus saddle, so you may see me going to tame a Phasalasuchus. That may be the next thing we do if we don't find a good Rex, because we were supposed to go Rex taming today. That was kind of my big plan, my big reveal, but that kind of did not happen like I planned, so... I mean, it hasn't yet, at least. But as you can see, we're already sitting on almost 5,000 metal. I'm thinking of doing what we did with Astraeus here, like the link storage. I'm possibly thinking about doing a link storage system here and leaving it open for Jace and I both to use. Haven't made the decision yet because this is quite a bit of a distance from our base. It's almost 3,000 meters. It's 2,200, but it's almost 3,000. And if you come all the way down here to grab this metal on the end, you're looking at... He's already 830 pounds. My RG is not going to be heavy. My RG is going to be good enough to carry me back, but it's going to take a while. And I love, like I said, the side-mounted flamethrowers. But I keep sighing like something's wrong, but nothing's wrong. It's just the tedium of having to fly all the way back. But Let me just finish up gathering this bit of metal, and I will bring you guys back once we get back to base, because it's going to be a hot minute of a drive. Or fly, technically. But I will see you guys back in a moment. Alright guys, we're just about back to base. This has taken quite a bit of time, about 5 minutes or so. I mean, that's not a far fly, really. But if we could definitely set up the link storage system, that would be ideal, because then we could just use the Tapehara to get around, which the Tapehara is a lot faster than this. I also thought about grabbing a Rhino Ganatha, even though, yes, I understand rhinos are not supposed to spawn on this map, technically. But the Arkology map changes that, or Arkology mod changes that a little bit. And it gives them spawn points along the water, the little rivers in the middle. So that's kind of pretty nice. So it makes it a little more interesting. But let's transfer all this metal to you really quick. Let's run around and dump our inventory, because we're definitely not going to tame that Danatherium right now. It's either dead or it's just not available right now, pretty much. So let's store all this stuff away that we have on us. I'll go back through and look at this off screen when I get a minute. But alright, let's get some more metal smelting. Pull this. We have what? 4 grand, 5,100, so we'll do 2,601. Let that start smelting, because that's a lot of metal. This will allow us to get an Indie Forge. More than likely we'll have enough to get an Indie Forge here. And pull the rest of that. Alright, perfect. Yeah, let's let that go. Let that cook. Pick you back up. Like, this guy's sitting there on, yeah, see, almost his health went back up to full. Almost 12,000 pounds. That's the thing I don't, ooh, red drop. So one thing I don't care for about the base creatures like this is the weight limits. I understand the logic behind the weight limits, and not every creature can carry everything, so I completely do understand it. But I wish there was a way to change it, or to give it like a saddle mod or something, so that the creature could have pretty much unlimited weight. Because like if I'm building a base on the back of something, right, I don't want to be restricted to only 15 pieces of metal or something, like something tiny like that, because now that legitimately restricts us from moving that base now. So if we were in the middle of a dangerous area and our base is full of stuff, we'd have to dump all of our loot to get out of the way. Which, I get it. I mean, truthfully, I do, and it's not just me complaining about it. I get it. But I could see that in like a PvP or a public server or something. But on a private server like this, where I'm just trying to complete the game from start to finish, I may look into a mod that gives Oasisaurs unlimited weight, because the whole gist behind me having the Oasisaur was to fly that. Like, that was meant to be where I go from point A to point B, flying around the map, doing different things with it. But that kind of doesn't give me that option with it being heavy. So I may look into like something for that. I don't know if there's a thing, but if any of you know if there's a mod or anything for that, let me know. Leave it in the comment section below, and I'll actually take a look at it and see if we can add it. Because that would make a huge difference if I could have that to fly around. And I wouldn't have ever needed to get either one of these flyers we have. Is that an alpha? Can the game not spin on me? No, it's not. That is an Arkology one. But so the Arkology Titanosaur we have to worry about on this map. The other two Arkology alpha bosses would be the Deathworm and the Golem. So there's only 3 alpha bosses on this map. We're not necessarily going to try to beat the Titanosaur, because I honestly have yet to even see an alpha Titanosaur. But we're definitely going to look into getting... That's terrible. Let's get airborne again. That is a terrible red drop. What do we get? A 115.1 flamethrower. Yeah, that's absolutely trash. We've fought all of the alpha bosses on the island that we could, plus the Gamma Desolatitan. So we could attempt the beta on this map, but I don't think that'd be a good idea. I feel like the best idea for us to attempt beta would be with the Pseudos again, or maybe with Titanosaurs, or Dreadnoughtuses. Why did I say Titanosaurs? Yeah, just fight them with Titanosaurs. I mean, you could, technically, because on this, there's no Untameables, and I don't have any raid restrictions on, so you could tame a bunch of them, breed them with a propagator, and actually kind of utilize that. But we're not going to do that, because that kind of really makes no sense. But we do need to beat it on beta, alpha, and then the new one that was just added. So that does increase our difficulty just a wee bit, but I feel like we're up to the challenge. I may end up doing the new Primal Desolatitan fight, saving that for completing Extinction or after Lost Colony, because there's a few things that are going to be going on with this series, right? So we have Megatherium. Hold on a minute. Are you good level? 95, 25. Because Jason and I were talking about getting Megatherium for caving. But we have Lost Colony coming in November. Gen 1 and 2. We also have Astraeus getting its update, which once Astraeus' update drops, we will be switching over and playing some Astraeus. So there won't be any Ultimate Arc for a little bit during that time frame. I'll still be on the maps. Clearly, I'll still be playing on the maps off screen, like grinding up the stuff just to get the resources ready. But I will not be starting a new map or anything like that. So like if we're on Aberration or something and we're about to finish it, I'll probably finish the Aberration map or like record for me finishing it and then just be prepped and ready. So when Extinction would come out, I would switch over to Astraeus for a bit, do that, and then come back to it. And then we have Rag coming as well, which we're going to do a single-player series on that. Or we might add it to the mod, and to the cluster, and just take this character over and play on Rag with this character. But just leave everything we have here where we're at and then just transfer over. I haven't made the decision yet, because I would like to dabble in Ragnarok, because that's a very fun map to play on. But I don't know what I want to do just yet on that one. I may do a poll on that and just have you guys vote on that. But yeah, like, there's a couple different things that are going to happen. I could, in theory, I could start Astraeus over on a server as well. Do I want to, though? Because we took the time to beat all of the stuff on Astraeus in single player. Do I dare start all over? Because we already have everything unlocked on this character, so we could literally transfer over and just end up doing the new boss battles when they come, or even utilize the Astraeus mod map as like a point of getting good loot and stuff. But then again, that kind of nullifies the point of me doing the Ultimate Arc series of transcending or ascending to new maps with no gear. So it kind of breaks that chain. So we may just end up doing that one single player still. I haven't truly made that distinction or decision yet. But we're looking for like a Rex or something up here that we could tame right now. And I don't believe Rexes spawn up here. So let's just do this actually. Yep, Ovis. I did track some Ovis the other day. That's how I found that mutton. Oh wait, we got a Rex this way. Let's see. Maybe they do spawn up here. I have yet to see one up here. But that's also because I haven't been doing the most of in-depth looking. But if I can find one, I would love to. Please be a 150, because that's what we're going to use for this boss. So we're going to use the Rexes for the Manticore. Maybe throw in a Danatherium, a Udi, and a Daedon. Have not made that decision yet. For Aberration, it's probably going to be either Rock Drakes, Reapers, or Megalosaurus. One of the four. Extinction, it's definitely going to be Dreadnoughtuses. That's going to be the play on that. But the good thing about Extinction is we will have some of our creatures that we had on other maps. So, like, we could theoretically take these Rexes with us. We could take the... what's it called? The Pseudomanes from the island with us. Where is this Rex? Bro's got to be, like, a mile this way. Let me land here and get some stam really quick. And then from Aberration, we'll be able to take, like, the Reaper or the Rock Drakes with us. We'll be able to ascend with those creatures, which is kind of cool. I really like that idea for the series, is just continually ascend with everything. We're starting fresh and then just going over. Or, hear me out, or I could just ascend to Extinction and start completely fresh, but I don't know if I'd want to do that, because I feel like that'd make that much more difficult. It depends on what point we're at in the arc timeline, too. Because if no maps are out or no new maps are out or anything, we may start fresh. There's the Rex. I just saw it. And see, it's a level 60. Bro, like, see, these levels are so bad. And I don't want to tame the level 60s and the 50s because they're not useful. They're not going to be boss fighters. Could I tame it just to ride around on it? Sure, yeah, I definitely could. But kind of defeats the purpose of wasting mutton on something that weak. Let's surround this mountain a little bit and take a quick peek. I haven't really been on this section of the map either. Like, I flew around and spawned the whole map in, just so I could render it on the map button. But I haven't actually been here and saw what's around. So, the Gigantoraptors are everywhere, man. I mean, we don't have any way to tame them. We don't have eggs. We don't have anything. Fairies are nice. I'm interested in a fairy. A Megatherium, too, would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie. There's a couple of different creatures that I've looked at. I wish, and I hate to say it this way, but I wish the Deinosuchus was on this map. Because that would just make the canals that much more dangerous. But the Caprasuchuses are already kind of annoying to begin with. So I don't think we need anything more dangerous in the rivers and the canals, the little canals that we have. What level are you? You're 20. Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're not having good luck finding anything for high levels. That one Deinotherium was, I think, the absolute highest level we've seen. And that's something that we definitely are going to tame, but just not right this second. Ooh, actually, that's something. That is definitely something. Let me take a look at you guys really quick. Because I am interested in Thorny Dragons. I would love to get one of them, because they're good for metal. Or, not metal, wood. They are really good wood gatherers. What level are you? That's a 140. That is definitely a 140. Okay, hang on a second. What are you? What are you right there? 90. Okay, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to try to take out that other one and tame the one Thorny Dragon here. Because I feel like that's a good option. This is the level 90, I believe. Oh, shit. I landed on top of that one. Are there two 140s here? Okay, that's a 95. No! I don't want to take out the 140. I gotta try to circle around to this side to fight these ones. Alright, perfect. That's perfect, that's perfect, that's perfect. Let me see if I can keep moving around here. What level are you? That's a 140 as well. Okay. I like the other ones look better, so we gotta take this one out faster. Probably should have looked at the stats, but I kind of really don't have an option. Alright, let's see here. Where is my harpoon? There it is. Net you. Let's trank you in the head. So you have 26 health, 26 melee, 23 into health. Into weight. Not terrible. I don't think you're mate boosted right now, so you should go down relatively quickly. But yeah, Thorny Dragons are actually pretty good for gathering wood, if I remember right. They do one of the higher rates in terms of wood gathering, if I recall. I'm checking right now on Dododex just to make sure. But if I remember right, I thought they had one of the higher wood gathering rates. And one last shot. There it goes. They take mutton to tame. And yeah, they have a 4.0 gathering for wood. They are tied for top 10. So that's a pretty good sign. Alright, what do we have? We have mutton. It says it's going to take about 10 pieces of mutton, if I remember right. Is that what that said? It says it's about 16, but we're going to go with not all of it. We're going to go with like 10-ish pieces, 12-ish pieces. We'll go with 11. Did it already feed once? No, it didn't. Alright, yeah, let's tame her, because she'll be pretty decent, hopefully. It's almost dead, so hopefully nothing attacks it. And let's look around and see, are there any more Thorny Dragons? I've been thinking of getting one. Like, constantly. I've been sitting, every time I see one, I'm like, that's exclusive to the map. Let's tame it. That's a map exclusive. Let's get one. Map, like, you know, I want to get all the map exclusive creatures as the series goes on as well. Except for, like, I know I skipped the Rhino, but I also kind of had, like, 2 Rhinos on Astraeus, and, like, I was like, I don't really need another one of those. Let's see, what do we got around? There's an Arthropleura down there. Let's level up our health a little bit. Also, by the way, little cheeky note here. Thorny Dragons are fantastic for keratin. So if you ever need keratin, so destroy Thorny Dragons and then chop them up with chainsaws. But I do see this little baby Thorny Dragon running, so we're going to cut this guy off. And we're going to force tame you. pick you up. Am I going to use you? Probably not, because you're a low level, and I don't have anything to do with you. So, but it has that cool little red on it, so I just thought we'd take it. May end up giving it to Jace as a present or something, if he wants it. If he doesn't want it, he doesn't have to take it. But let's see, what do we got? That's an Allosaurus. That's a 140 Allo too. That's interesting. That is very much interesting. Nah, we'll cut it up. We'll chop it up. We'll chop that up real quick. Get rid of that. All right, how much percentage does that go up by? 5? 6? 6.8. So it's going to need closer to 20 pieces. Yeah, that's about right. And yeah, 16 is probably the magic number. So we're going to run back there and go give that its 20 pieces, and then we're going to go on to something else. So that's ideal, actually. Oh, that's an RG. Let's try to aggro you this way, away from my tame, please. That would be great. Because I don't think anything just randomly attacks thorny dragons. I'm floating? Hello? I'm a bird? I'm a bird. Thyla. A Thyla would probably aggro it, I'm not gonna lie. A Thyla would probably aggro that. But we're not worried about a random Thyla over here, I don't believe. We'll give it like another... It's gonna reset it, so we'll do 21 pieces. Actually, the smart thing for me to do, just to salvage this, would be go like this. And then split 20 pieces over like that to reset the timer. That was actually a smart move on my behalf right there. Not to toot my own bugle or nothing. I feel like that was pretty... I don't even know why I said bugle, dude. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to have fun. On Scorched Earth. Nobody has fun on Scorched Earth. Alright, so let's just let you tame up. I think you're going to be fine. You don't need me to sit there and babysit you. Let's go exploring and see what we can find elsewhere. If you ever need polymer, by the way, come out here to the desert and just fight every single mantis you see. Mantises give boatloads of polymer. And I'm talking boatloads of polymer. But please do, if you're playing with the Arkology mod, please be absolutely careful of out here, because you will find alpha Physoloseuchuses. I thought that was a Megalania for a second. I was like, hold on, why are you on the surface? Ooh, what levels? Can we get a 150? That's a 20. That's a 90. Additons. Okay, hold on a minute. I wasn't planning on taming that, but that is a change of plans really quick. Because we'll knock that out, and Mutton will definitely tame that. 150, and I have a pretty good saddle, too. I cannot turn that down. There's no way I'm turning that down. It's got a decent, it's got a really terrible food stat, actually. But it's got a pretty good melee stat, so we may actually, that could be really good. Let's go get this. I don't want to turn that down, dude. I just got to be really careful which one I'm fighting. There we go. Got to get in a position where I can hit the other ones and not hit the one that I want alive. Nope, jump backwards. No, jump over you. Alright, got to try to dodge hitting the one that I'm trying to tame. Because if I can bleed these two out, he can eat the other bodies and then fully recharge its health. Like, these ones aren't high level, so I'm trying to, like, not... They got to be almost close to dead, right? Because I'm bleeding out this one, and it's kind of low health already. Unless if these guys have higher health than that one, which is completely plausible. Don't you bleed out on me. Yep, it's gonna die. Oh. It might bleed out. Might bleed out. Let me run off for a second. Let them heal each other up. Gotta try to, like, not damage it. Alright, here we go. Get on the backside. I gotta be really careful here. Eat the bodies, eat the bodies, eat the bodies. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was perfect. I'm gonna run away for a second. Just gonna run off for a split second to let that thing... Oh, it's being attacked. It should be fine. Let's see if we can help it out, though, with a shotgun or blaster, too. That did help. Perfect. Alright, now net gun. Reload you. Pepper you, and then switch to this, and then put some shots into your head. Okay, this is going to take a minute, Because these guys don't go down too quick. Is that a headshot? How is that not a headshot? Should be a headshot, yeah? No, that is a headshot. That's it. Okay. Yeah, we'll take this guy out. I mean, I'm not going to turn down a one... Okay, because that didn't hit, apparently. Their torpor does go down really quick. But this is probably where we'll end it. We'll end up taming this guy up. And then... Or girl up, sorry. This lady up. And then we'll probably wrap the video up here, and I'll see you guys next time when we're done with the taming process, because this won't take too long because it's already hungry. It's just the thorny dragon's going to take a minute. Because as you can see, how is that not hitting? Where is that not hitting? You can tell I'm on a server because the shots are not registering that should be registering. You can absolutely tell you're playing on a server when it does that. It's my biggest pet peeve about playing on a server, is when you're taming something or trying to tame something and you know you're hitting it, but it's just not giving you that shot. Alright, we're trying to tame this guy up by chasing him now. Bro is not even running. He's like sliding. That missed? Okay, cool. That I probably did miss, honestly. That didn't. That hit him right in the butt. Alright, one more shot should do it. One or two more. That missed again. Okay, absolutely great. That hit. Okay, yep, one more shot. I probably could net it right now if I wanted to. But I'd rather not waste a net for something that's just about to go down. That hit, but it didn't give me the... Oh, it gave me it. That's a shock. That should be it. Come on, go down. Go down. Go down, Additons. Bro's not going to sleep. Come on, you got to be close, right? That's it. All right, it's down. That took forever. Okay. Where's that wolf? Okay, I want to make sure I take this wolf out really quick, because if not, this thing's going to bug me. I'd rather not waste my time on a wolf that's nearby. Alright, as well as that. Alright, yep, that's going to aggro to me. Let's take this terror bird out, too, because that's just going to annoy me if I don't. How's our thorny dragon looking? 25%? And, okay, we're good. Alright, you are unconscious. I don't know how much mutton you're going to take, so I'm just going to stuff that into your inventory. What percentage did you go up by? I can't even see it. That's not going up. It's going up by 0.9? That's it? That's absolutely terrible. I thought Additons go up better with mutton. It's going to take me 113 mutton. Hot damn. Okay. Do we have... What do we have on you? Prime as well. Okay. So this guy's going to tame quick, roughly. But I don't have a whole lot of meat for it. Their hunger goes down fast, so it should tame quick. I shouldn't need anything else to tame this up. It should tame up fast enough because it's starved. Its torpor timer is high, but it should tame before its torpor timer is done. If not, I will grab some berries from around here. But that's probably going to be it for the video, guys. I'm just going to finish the tame up on these two because it's going to be a hot minute. What am I tracking down there? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to finish the tame up on these two. We got the Thorny Dragon, which is about 30% done, I believe. Yeah, about 32% done. That should come out with about a level 209, 208. And this one's probably going to lose quite a bit of levels on it once it does tame up because of the fact that it doesn't have the highest level of kibble in it. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time for more Ark Survival Ascended. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys then.